Hi, Assalamualaikum dan salam biru warna everyone. First of all, I want to introduce myself first. My name is Ruwaida binti Muhammad SUHARNI and my matrix number is 273639. Now, I'm going to continue to share how to use this first aid kit or peti pertolongan cemas to treat, for example, the sprains, nosebleeds, bee stings, jellyfish stings, and frostbite pains. Come on, take a look and listen to the steps from some of the sources that have been cited for viewing. Let's. How to treat a sprained ankle. Not all sprains need medical care. For minor sprains, try rice. What is the rice? Rice are for rest. Rest the ankle for 48 hours. I for ice. Ice for 50 minutes, 4 to 8 times a day. C for compress. Compress with an elastic wrap or sleeve. E for elevate. Elevate above the heart whenever possible. Call your doctor if you can bear any weight. It feels numb or you see redness or red streaks. Otherwise, RICE up your life and you will be back at it in no time. By Healthy Nation. The second tip is to reduce or stop nose bleeding from keep continuing. From Mount Lebanon Hospital. How to deal with a nosebleed. Sit upright and lean forward to avoid swallowing blood. Firmly pinch the soft part of the nose just above the nostrils to stop blood flow. Breathe through your mouth. Hold this position for 5 until 10 minutes to prevent re-bleeding. Don't speak or blow your nose and don't bend down for several hours after. The third tip is to treat bees from bee stings. How to treat a bee sting? There is the bee sting pricking. Try to find stinger. Remove with tweezers or credit card. Wash well. Use a cold compress. Take an OTC pain relief if you need. Don't scratch. Use hydrocortisone cream or calamine lotion instead. Call doctor if symptoms don't go away in 2 days. Alright, be safe and feel better soon. Why? The fourth is to treat bees from jellyfish stings. Do you know what to do after being stung by jellyfish? While swimming in the sea, there is a possibility to get stung by a jellyfish. So how could you deal with it? The first step is to remove any residues of tentacles from the skin. Then wash thoroughly with cold seawater. Do not use fresh water in any case, because it allows the spread of the toxins to the central nervous system. You can also use a mixture of seawater and sodium bicarbonate diluted in seawater to wash the affected area. In case of intense burning, do not use cortisone ointments, antihistamines, and painkillers before consulting a dermatologist. Also, avoid scratching the skin because it stimulates the muscles, thus promotes the spread of toxins. Until the wound heals, it should not be exposed to the sun. By Humanitas Research Hospital. And the last one is the treatment for the frostbite problems using this first aid kit. How to treat mild frostbite. From senior to senior. Number 1. Protect your skin from further damage and keep the affected areas from refreezing. Number 2. Find warm shelter. Number 3. Gently rewarm frostbitten areas by soaking in warm water, not hot. Number 4. Do not rewarm frostbitten skin with direct heat such as a stove, heat lamp or fireplace. Number 5. Drink warm liquids to keep your body warm. Number 6. Take pain medicine if needed. The last, seek medical attention if you experience numbness, persistent pain, or if blisters develop. Okay guys, that's all from me. Thank you for watching.
The first step to treating a burn is to start the burning process. Chemical needs to be cleaned off, electricity needs to be turned off, heat needs to be cooled down with running water. Sunburn victim need to be covered up or go inside. No matter what cause the burn or how bad they are, stopping the burn comes before treating the burn. The severity of a burn is based on depth and size. For serious burn, you might need to call a doctor. Okay, let's show the video. Can't you see that there is 3 classification of burn? Directly after receiving a burn, place the affected area under the cool water for 10 to 15 minutes or until the pain eases. Then remove items such as ring or tight jewelry from the affected area. Do this before the swelling starts. Then apply a thin layer of aloe vera on the burn area to help soothe the pain. Make sure the affected area is kept clean and dry to prevent infection. And lastly, clean and dress the wound. First aid for blister. Whether or not a blister needs any treatment is debatable. If the blister is small and unbroken and not very painful, it is probably best to leave it alone. Cover it to prevent continued rubbing and pressure on that cause to swell more, possibly burst on its own. If the blister is large or painful, especially if the activity is not finished, such as in the middle of hike, follow steps to drain and dress a blister. Disinfect the blister by swabbing it gently with alcohol and or iodine, but before that, wash your hand. Some blisters pop their own, but if you have a large blister, break and drain it to release pressure. Sterilize needle with soap and water or rubbing alcohol. Next, break blister by poking small hole near its edge with sterilized needle. Wash the blister with soap and pat it dry. Apply an antibiotic ointment and cover it with a loose bandage and gauze. Regardless of how severe, almost all bleeding can be controlled. Mild bleeding will usually stop on its own. If severe bleeding is not controlled, it may lead to shock and eventually death. First aid for bleeding. You may take the step if you are faced with bleeding right now. Okay, the first step, cover the wound with a gauze or cloth and apply direct pressure to stop the blood flow. Then, do not remove the cloth. Add more layer if needed. The cloth will help to clot to stop the flow. You may watch the video to see the next step. All extremity injuries need to be treated as broken bone into fracture until an X-ray can be obtained. There are all of kind broken bone myths, such as not being able to walk on a broken leg or whether there is difference between a fracture and a break. If you don't have a Superman X-ray eye, street is likely broken. First aid for suspect fracture. Take this tip for a suspect fracture. First, you may take a rest. Don't try to strain it and stabilize the limb. Put a cool pack on the injury, avoiding placing ice directly on skin. Then, wrap around using compressed gauze. Last step, elevate the extremity.